for checking out my video. Chris here from Meditations on the Tarot. Today I wanted to talk about some of the health benefits of wild stinging nettles. Wild stinging nettles are also known as a common nettle or stinging nettles, or by their scientific name is Urtica Dioica. So when we use wild stinging nettles, typically you use the plant and the roots. And once you've harvested some stinging nettles, it's important that you process those immediately. So in my case, I made some alcohol-based tincture with some wild stinging nettles. I just cut up the nettles with some scissors. I put them in a blender with some vodka, and this dissolves the spirit of the plant. And I let this sit for 30 days, and then I strained it with some cheesecloth, and you can also, like use a funnel to put it into some smaller bottles for sharing with other people. It's a really good idea to label and date each batch and also write on the correspondences. So let's talk about some of the health benefits first, and then we'll get into some of the more alchemical or spagyric aspects of our plant medicine. So a lot of people use stinging nettle or spagyric tinctures for a wide variety of health benefits and different health conditions. One of the main health conditions that wild stinging nettles are used for are urination problems, specifically when they're related to an enlarged prostate. Another good use for wild stinging nettles are joint ailments. Wild stinging nettles work as a diuretic, and when you mix wild stinging nettles with alcohol, then you've got a great astringent. So the plant is used in large amounts of water for to treat urinary tract infection or internal inflammation and kidney stones. Also, wild stinging nettles is good for allergies, hay fever, and osteoarthritis. So people take wild nettles for internal inflammation, internal bleeding, nosebleeds, poor circulation, asthma, lung conditions, diarrhea, dysentery, rash and eczema, even cancer. People also take wild stinging nettles to help prevent some of the signs of aging, even for wound healing and just as a general tonic. So wild nettles can be applied to the skin for muscle aches and pains. You can also use it for oily hair and oily scalp, also for hair loss. So in manufacturing, wild nettles are often used for hair and skin products. Wild nettles have a long history of use, primarily as a diuretic and a laxative in ancient Greek times. Their scientific research shows that taking wild nettles by mouth or applying nettle tincture to your skin, nettles have been shown to work on osteoarthritis. And research suggests that using nettles reduces the need for pain medications. So that's really an amazing thing, to reduce the need for pain medications. We talk about opiates. We talk about opiates can ruin people's lives, and even though the doctor gives them to you, it doesn't matter. The majority of the people whose lives have been ruined by opiates, they were given the opiates by the doctor. So any plant medicine that we can take that would reduce our need for any pain medication, especially opiates, is a wonderful thing. Nettles can be unsafe during pregnancy and breastfeeding because they can stimulate uterine contractions and they could cause a miscarriage. So you want to really talk to your doctor first, especially if you have diabetes or a history of low blood pressure or kidney problems, if you're taking lithium or blood clotting medications or sedatives or blood pressure medications, any of that stuff, you want to talk to your doctor first before you decide that that's something that you want to get into. So I made this batch of alcohol tincture just to try and make some healing medicine, and so it's said that Rosicrucian should make no claims of any magical abilities aside from using their gnosis or their knowledge to heal the sick, and to always do this for free of charge. So if you would be interested in having a bottle of some wild nettle tincture that you could try, I could send you a bottle. Just send me a message and we can figure it out from there. I've been taking some collections to help cover shipping costs, so I'd be happy to share a bottle with you. Rosicrucians are helpers, right? We've agreed to reincarnate until all of humanity has achieved enlightenment. And so it's this spirit of helping that I tried to make the medication. I tried to focus on the spirit of helping and on the spirit of healing as I made the medication. So when we talk about alchemical elixirs or spagyrics, we're talking about a plant medicine that also works on an astral level. So it works on a physical level, but it also works on an astral level. And so when I made this nettle tincture, I picked and processed the plant on a specific day and a specific hour. It's known as the planetary hours and the planetary days. Like Saturn corresponds to Saturday, and the moon corresponds to Monday. So it's said that there were the 7 ancient planets of the alchemists, and there are 7 days of the week. So in this case, I process my stinging nettle tincture under the rulership of Mars, and Mars corresponds to Tuesday, and so the best time to process the stinging nettles would be the hour of sunrise on Tuesday. So that's when I process that. And also the best time to take the medication would also be under the rulership of Mars. So you can Google planetary hours and planetary days. That's something you could kind of figure out on your own. But the best time to take this medication is to shake it up really good and then take it on Tuesdays, especially during the hour of sunrise if you can. So these concepts of alchemy and spagyrics are a topic for another video. And if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I've got several videos that talk about alchemy and talk about spagyrics. And so I've got a playlist of videos that are just about herbal alchemy, and that playlist is called Herbal Alchemy and Spagyrics. And you might also be interested in some of my other videos about Rosicrucian philosophy and spiritual alchemy videos. If you're interested in reading some books about the subject, I suggest that you keep a journal, because the best book that you're going to read about plant medicine is the book that you research and write yourself. So you should definitely have a journal for your just keeping track of what you're doing with your plant medicine. The best book that you can get is called Spagyrics by Manfred M. Junius. It's called The Alchemical Preparation of Medicinal Elixirs, Tinctures, and Essences. So this is a fabulous book, the best book you can get on spagyrics. This is called the Herbal Alchemist Handbook. I got this from the local library. This is by Karen Harrison, and this is called A Grimoire of Filters, Elixirs, Oils, Incense, and Formulas for Ritual Use. So this is really good and talks about some of these correlations. Another great book that talks about these correlations is Herbs and Magic and Alchemy, Techniques from Ancient Herbal Lore, and this is by C.L. Zalewski from the Golden Dawn lineage. So she has a lot of great information in there. Another great book is called The Alchemist Handbook by Frater Albertus. The 3 Books of Occult Philosophy by Henry Cornelius Agrippa. If you're interested in learning about Rosicrucianism, I would suggest that you read The Chemical Wedding of Christian Rosenkreutz, and I would also suggest that you read Rosicrucian History and Mysteries by Christian Revis. So thank you for taking your time to watch the video. If you'd like, share, and subscribe, that'd be really great. I could use your help getting my YouTube channel off the ground, so if you want to share one of my videos on social media or a forum, that'd be fantastic. So thanks again for checking out my video. Peace profound, and L.V.X.